Morning, Sunday 22nd of January 2023. So I've just come up the shed again, and dark, miserable, gloomy, got the lights on, got my heater on of course, and the beauty about I didn't realise how much I needed this heater until I actually installed it. And if you haven't seen how I installed this diesel heater, then look back a couple of videos ago and you'll be able to see me doing the install. I didn't realise how much I needed this until I've had it. The benefits allows me to stay up here a little bit longer because I get cold very quickly here and my circulation isn't too clever. So this really does make life a lot easier. So today I'm deciding I'm going to plant some seeds. So we're going to get some lettuce in at least, all year round lettuce, and I'm going to plant some of those big onions that I was on about in the last video as a start, and I might put some sweed in as well and get that underway. Now I'm going to be growing them in this dry area outside this shed. It's still really cold and we're still getting frosts, but what I'm going to do is put them into the little propagators I've got, and hopefully the temperature should stay somewhere near that they will germinate, even if it's slowly, and get them underway at least in plugs. So what I've done now is I'm going to spin you around and show you this heater behind me, if you can see. Oh, is here, and it points in that direction against that wall and then bounces off the walls and goes round. So what I've done is I've filled up a Charles Dowding tray with compost, which was absolutely freezing right out the bag, and I've sat it, sorry about the camera work, I've sat it on top of this stainless steel bin which is getting warm from the heater to gently warm the compost before I actually put the seeds in, and then when we put the lid on, hopefully it will retain its heat inside that little microclimate. So that's my intentions. I don't know how it'll work out, but yeah. Right, so I'm just out in the dry area now. We've got this compost warmed up in this tray. I'm just about to start putting some lettuces in. Now with the lettuces, I'm not going to plant a massive amount, but I'm going to put 2 or 3 in a cell, and then if we have poor germination, we might have the chance of getting 1. If we get more than we need, we'll separate them down to 1, and I will try some with 1 in and a couple with 2 or 3, just in case, to increase our chances. So what I'm going to try to do is sow them individually into these modules. So I've had to put the old Poundlands on just to make sure I can see. Right, so that's 6 individuals there, and then just as a backup we'll put, I don't know, 2 or 3, maybe 2 in each of these ones. I'm aiming for 2, we've got 3 in that one, but 2 in the others. Right, and that's all we want for lettuces. I'm just going to crack on. So what I'm planting is actually lettuces, exhibition onion, purple spring onion, lila, turnip snowball, turnip purple top white globe, and I may put some snowball cauliflowers in as well, because the ones down in the polytunnel haven't turned out too well. So we'll pot them on obviously if and when they come up. But I'll bring you back when I've got this. Oh, just before I do, I got myself some of these, and they're basically the paint markers for the labels. It has a shelf life of 3+ years, and you just shake it up and down and press the nib until the paint drops on. But it's actually paint, it's waterproof, it's UV treated, etc, 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 and there we go. So hopefully we won't have to keep on writing these things out. Right, that's everything planted that I said I was going to plant. I've just got them down in here. So we've got the Charles Darwin tray with you can get a lot of seeds in a small area. If they don't work, we'll plant some more. We'll give them a go. Alright, so what I've done is I've just got a little ordinary water bottle, a few holes popped in the top. And what I've done is I've taken the water out of the kettle that we boiled. And it's just nice, it's just warm, just warm. So what I'm basically doing, I've done the same with this. So I'm basically watering these in with warm water. So that they get that start. But more importantly, once I put the lid back on, the warmth that's in there now will stay in. That's the theory. We'll wait and see how it goes. So just a quick cap, we've planted some purple spring onion, lila, cauliflower snowball, turnip snowball, all year round lettuce, exhibition onion, and turnip purple top white. So we'll see how these come on. And even if we just keep popping them up, like the onions, the spring onions, and just keep popping them up in here, maybe get an early harvest of spring onions. In about a fortnight, 3 weeks, I'll sow some more spring onions. We'll just keep on plodding. Fingers crossed that the weather doesn't get too bad, but hopefully in these are really good, thick, strong. I think I got these from Wilco's a couple of years ago, but they're really, really good, strong. And I've got the vents closed for now until they actually germinate. And hopefully the weather won't be too bad, and then we can see how they get on. Right, time to get this elephant garlic out and planted. So I'm going to use these two beds here. These all had brand new, this was all brand new beds last year, brand new compost. It's had very little grown in it. And we put some fish blood and bone down before we put the cardboard on. So what I'm going to do is just going to use the bulb planter, and I'm going to go straight through the cardboard, drop the garlic in. So we've got Danny's elephant garlic here. There's 4, 5, 6 germinated. We've got Steve from Greenside up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those germinated. There's still 3 haven't germinated. So we'll leave them in the dry area to see if they do actually come through. And then there's some garlic giant Cristo that Danny from the Grapevine Garden sent me as well. And there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those, and they've all germinated. So we're going to see what we can get in this bed, and what we can't, we'll go in another bed. Either later today or at a later date. So we'll get cracking. I want to give these elephant garlic plenty of space to try and maximise the size out of them. So here we go. Lovely big roots on the bottom. If I don't know whether you can, how well you can see this. The roots are just coming to the bottom of the pot now, so it's time to get them in. Right, we'll get this all planted and we'll bring you back. Right, it's way too cold to be out here doing anything, I can tell you today. So, we've got them in now at least. So starting from this end here, we've got Steve's garlic, we've got 3 large, and then we've got 4 mediums. I'll just put these wooden boards back on the edges in case the wind gets up and lifts them to keep them in place till they get rooted. And then we've got giant Cristo that came from Danny. So the spacings on these with what I had was deliberate. So we've got 4 medium spaced, 3 slightly bigger spaced, and then only 2, just to see if it affects the size of the bulbs. And then over here we've got 2 giant Cristo that was left, and then we've got one of Danny's elephant garlic here, another one of Danny's elephant garlic, another one, and another one. So there was 4 that came through. All 4 of them that Danny sent came through. So thank you very much, gentlemen, Danny and Steve at Greenside Up. Really appreciated this. That's better. This heater really is a godsend, guys. 18 degrees in here, 7 in the polytunnel and 8 in the dry area. The button says 17.7, which almost matches. There's a slight discrepancy, but yeah. You see we've been down to -3 in here though. Absolute winner. Worth every penny, this diesel heater. I'm thinking of getting another one for the garage. And on that note, that brings us to the end of another exciting episode of Alan's Allotment. If it's your first time here, think about hitting the subscribe button down below. It's totally free. Select the little bell icon, select all, and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. For anybody who's new to the channel, you might want to look back over some of the older channels where I do little experiments and projects and things like that. Built a tree house out of pallets, and it's still there, still use it today. Things like that, and some little experimentations that we've done, installing running water in the shed, the electrics, microwave, toaster, etc. You might find something of interest. I want to say a massive thank you again to all my subscribers and all of the comments, likes, dislikes, subscriptions and donations. I really do appreciate it, guys. So I'm going to have this cup of coffee and then I'm going down home. At least I'm warm in here now. It is absolutely beautiful. I know I keep banging on about this diesel heater, but I'm seriously thinking about buying another one. They're that good and that efficient. I'm thinking it would be quicker and easier to install another one of these in the garage, and the amount of heat to throw off, and it would heat that area no problem whatsoever. And the beauty about it is, when you've finished, unlike the log burner, you've sort of got to wait till it goes out, or you're always going to be in the back of your mind, if I leave it unattended, will it be okay, or will I burn the place down? With these, you bring them up to temperature like I'm doing now, right up to full tilt, clean out the chamber, you turn it off, and after about 4 or 5 minutes, it runs through the cooling cycle, cools everything down, including the exhaust. And you can walk away safe in the knowledge it's off. And of course you can discable it from the battery to double check, and there's no way it's going to spark itself back up. So the safety feature of that aspect I'm more in favour of. Like I said, going to have this cup of coffee and then I'm going down home for something to eat. Thanks again, guys, I really do appreciate it. Please stay safe, be practical and keep yourselves out of harm's way. By the way, it'll soon be Easter. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video.